This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we talking about today, I got another clip from a channel that I'm actually growing to like and find very interesting. Just Pearly Thing, shout out to her. The clip belongs to her, so I take no credit for her content. And she said something that was real interesting to me, I thought. And the topic was basically why some Black men, particularly what we would call a so-called high-value man or a man of a particular socioeconomic status or scale, as Black men actually date outside of the race. And I'm going to show you this clip, and then we're going to come back and cook because we tired of Black women's delusion. I'm going to talk about it. All right, so without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen. Here we go.
I can tell you the stats in the US, it's like 85% of Black men date in their race, but it goes up to 30% date out when they make over a certain amount of money.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You see them NFL stars always. Someone else.
Yeah. So it's like if they make a certain amount of money, it ups to 30%.
Why do you think that is?
Well, to me, it's like because in the US, at least, I have no idea what the stats are here, but I think when men get money, they want a pretty little skinny thing. And like they want the hot chick. And statistically, Black women in the US are more obese than other races. So like to me, it's just more of them aren't in shape.
You don't think it's a race thing, you think it may be a shape thing?
Yeah. And okay, I can tell you the stats in the
Okay. So I thought that was interesting. She had a take, which isn't a take that we haven't heard before. This was one of the reasons why Kevin Samuels was asking about the weight, and he would ask about dress sizes and things of that nature, because women would come on asking for these particular types of men. Now, when we talk about Black men dating outside of the race, even though they will date more outside of the race than Black women do, it's still not at a high percentage. First of all, when we talk about Black men who make a certain amount of money, they enter into the top 10, 5, or 1% of men anyways. And so that's not a vast majority of Black men. That's a small percentage of Black men. And then of that percentage, you have an increase in Black men who will go for women outside of the race. And a lot of the delusion among Black women is that it's strictly racial. Just like in Kanye's song Gold Digger, and when he get on, he leave your A for a white girl, that. And Black women have a tendency to think that it's only racial. Now, can it be racial? Yeah, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this point right here, about the obesity, about the weight. And Black women think it's only an aesthetics issue. When men are of a certain category, yes, it is an aesthetic issue. He wants a woman that is aesthetically pleasing because the type of woman he has says a lot about who he is and what he's willing to accept in his life. And as a so-called, we'll use the terminology high value man, that has to reflect well and be congruent with the other decisions in his life. Okay. In order for a man to even be in a particular space in his life, making a particular amount of money, being an alpha perhaps, or what have you. He has to base his life on things like discipline, things like self-control, things like, you know what I mean? He has to have himself under his own system, order, and structure, which gives him what he needs in order to have attained a certain level, maintain that level, or even to go past that level or ascend beyond it. So, with that being said, the woman that he chooses must also reflect that kind of thinking, that ideology, or that mindset that he has. Because he really can't marry a woman that is outside of that, or that is completely opposite of that. And Black women's weight collectively is an issue. And the reason why it's an issue, it's a lot of reasons why. But what I want to focus on is the lack of discipline. See, it's too few Black women that's competing for men at the elite level, because too many are not elite. And you're not elite because you don't have an elite mindset. Okay? And you'd rather go under the knife to become aesthetically pleasing rather than do what other races of women are doing by and large, which is going the health route. I'm going to eat a particular way. I'm going to exercise a particular way and hope that I get these results that I'm looking for. See, among Black women, that's a no-no. We don't actually encourage one another to do that. When we were talking about fit, feminine, friendly, that is actually completely discouraged. Completely discouraged. Because it's quote unquote doing all this work to get a man. But you rather get under the knife and potentially have something go on where you don't wake up out of anesthesia for a man. That's being done for a man. Trust and believe. Because if men wasn't paying attention to it, y'all would do it. And the reason why you rather go under the knife is because it calls for as little discipline as you can put towards that. Because going under the knife to get aesthetically pleasing has nothing to do with your health internally. Nothing. And the thing that inspired this isn't even just Miss Just Pearly Things clip. It was another clip that I saw that I wish I had. I don't have it. But it was another clip I saw of a Black girl. She had to be maybe in her early 30s or something. Looked like. And she had already had like cosmetic surgery, lipo, and all that type of stuff. Now, she was still a little bit overweight. She might have been 15 pounds. 20 maximum. Nothing she couldn't have worked off in a couple of months. Looked real good. Took the healthy route. You already had a lipo. Now maintain it. Improve upon it. Instead of doing that, she went to go get another lipo procedure done. Now, the after was a flat stomach, a big old booty, da-da-da-da-da. But how you gonna maintain the shape that the doctor gave you? If you still don't learn how to eat right, if you still don't learn how to exercise, if you still don't learn about health and how to maintain your health, you ain't gonna do nothing but get fat again and have to go under another procedure. I don't care how invasive or non-invasive the procedures are. Getting these BBLs and lipos and all that type of stuff shows a tremendous lack of discipline that Black women have. And then y'all lie about it to each other. Y'all will be heavy as I don't know what. Y'all will be big. And then lie to each other and tell each other that y'all beautiful. It's not so. And men of a certain caliber, the way men think about it, yes, he's thinking about it from an aesthetic point of view. If you go get the lipo and the BBL and you come out actually looking good and it don't look funny, yeah, he gonna smash and all that type of stuff. But y'all are really doing that to lure the guy in, especially if he don't know you was big before. But once he start getting around you, he gonna see these bad habits that you have not broken. Because that's the easy way out. And Black women are always taking the easy way out of something. Other races of women encourage each other to be healthy as a matter of course. So it's not the same for them as it is among Black women. Among Black women, a fit, feminine, friendly woman is elite, but she's also discouraged to be that by other Black women. She's not encouraged for that. She'll be hated on if she's too pretty. And if she's going on a weight loss journey or something like that and really putting in this rigorous work, Black women would be like, I hope you ain't doing that for no man, and I hope you're doing it for you. Like, I hope you ain't going up under the knife for a man. I hope you're doing it for you. I hope you ain't risking your life in Tijuana for a man. I hope you're doing it for you. Like, stop playing with me. Real women put in the work. We're not afraid of the actual work. We're not afraid because with the work comes a change of your mind. And that is what being healthy and fit actually represent, especially men who are looking beyond just your aesthetic. Men like this are looking beyond just right now what you look like. Because if he marry you, he's looking, okay, if you have good habits, you're going to maintain your health as best you can throughout the years. It's less likely that you let yourself go. And even if you get to a point where it kind of get a little bit out of control, you're accustomed to a healthy lifestyle. So you're going to go back to it. You're going to go back to it. Even if you need the reminder. See, the other part of that is men have to give the women the structure. This is why Black women are so out of control with the weight, because you don't actually accept men's system, order, and structure. You don't actually accept the leadership that demands that you get yourself together health-wise. This is why y'all didn't like when Kevin started talking about y'all weight and y'all dress sizes, because you thought that he was trying to bash you and call you fat and ugly. But the reality is that wasn't enough heat to toast a piece of bread and y'all was getting mad. So what was you going to do with a man that actually enter into your life that has all these characteristics that you want and say you want? And then he get to start laying down law. Like, okay, in order to be in my world, you can't show up with all that chaos and lack of discipline. You can't show up like that. You're going to have to do things that alter your mind state, because I'm not going to have you raising my kids a certain way. I'm not going to have you acting a certain way in my home. I'm not going to have you acting out in this relationship. I'm not going to have you insecure because you're 30 or 40 pounds overweight and the women that I work with or the women that I'm around are fit, feminine, and friendly. They are fine. They are a dress size 4 and a 6 and all that type of stuff. And you running around here, you still a size 14. Like, we don't need you being insecure about that. If you get yourself together to the best of your ability, then no need to be insecure about it. And looking at me sideways and looking at me cockeyed because I'm chit-chatting and doing business or whatever with a woman and she fine. Now you feel some type of way. I hope he ain't really looking at her. Yeah, I'm looking at her. Yes, I'm looking at her. Yes, I'm thinking about smashing. Yes, I'm thinking about how good she looking at little tight little fitting dress of hers. Yes, I'm looking at her cleavage. Yes, I am. I'm doing all of that stuff that you worried about. But if you were doing what you were supposed to do and you where you're at, I don't have time to deal with her. I'm coming home to you. Because I'm also pleased with the way my wife looks. I'm also pleased with your body. You look good. I imagine you as well. I can't wait to get home to you to watch you walk around in your bra and panties, because I like the way your body look. Not only do I like the way your body look, I like the fact that you cook, that you healthy, that you do all of these things to maintain this stuff. You have discipline and practices put in place and order and structure put in place that keep this maintained. See, y'all just want to be chaotic and you want a man to accept the chaos that you outwardly show. That's what that outwardly shows. When you are overweight and then you want a man, why I gotta lose weight, goodbye. Because what you really asking me is why I gotta be healthy. Y'all think it's cute to be overweight like that just because you got a big booty. But you fall out somewhere, who gonna pick you up? If the house on fire and the fireman or your husband got to carry you out, how he gonna do it? How? See, y'all don't think about that. Something happened to you, you get injured, somebody got to pull you, you can't even pull your own body weight and you expect somebody else to be able to do it in an emergency situation? No. So it's not just about race and the aesthetic of lighter skin or straighter hair or anything like that. It's too few of you that give a crap about how you look and how you present, and you don't understand how men perceive it. You think they perceive it one way, but really men are thinking deeply about this, because if your health isn't in order, you become a liability. Now I got to think about all of these other health issues, the money I got to spend in the medical field. That's costly. I don't care if he is wealthy. It's costly. Getting into medicine to correct something you could have prevented, costly. What else is costly is the way that Black Lives Matter absconded with $90 million. So the link to the petition against Black Lives Matter as an organization is in the description box. Please sign, please share, please contribute, because we are now over 3,000 signatures, and I'm so thankful to all of you who participated. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.